It's just dope.
This morning I have a panel discussion that I got to get ready for. Something that I'm real excited about. I'm going to be talking to a couple of women that I really admire, or talking on a panel with a couple of women that I really admire in the cannabis industry. Like, I've literally been looking at and following Wanda James, and seeing her on TV every time. It seemed like for a long time, I don't know, probably a good 2 or 3 years, every time there was any kind of mention about legalized cannabis, about, what was happening in Colorado with the recreational cannabis. I need to shave. They was always showing Wanda. It was like, Wanda James, honey, Wanda James. So I used to have this joke long before I even got in the industry. Like, man, is Wanda James the only black person doing anything in cannabis in the whole United States and the whole world? Like, how come they only will highlight her? And I would joke and I would tell my friend, you know what, we're going to do this so we can help her out, because clearly they need to find some more people to interview. And they ain't got nobody, so they just keep harassing this lady. So, and then lo and behold, a few years later, I was able to meet Wanda, and she was so nice. She invited us to her home, and there was a whole group of black women that were at this particular event in Colorado, in Denver, and we just had a really good time. And she's just really been a good mentor, and she really keeps it real. So the fact that she's been in this industry and she's been doing this for, 10 years, I think is the amount of time, really speaks to, and she really speaks to the challenges that she has. I like Wanda because she don't be sugarcoating shit. Like, she be like, listen, you're going to need lots of money, and I still need lots of money, and I ain't been able to raise that money yet, and whatever. So she's going to talk about some other stuff that she's doing in the industry. And then I also get to be on the panel with Toy Hutchinson. It's funny because Toy is actually from my same kind of neighborhood, our same area. I saw her the very, 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 very first time I saw her. I don't even know how long it was. It was at a community college I was teaching at, and she was actually filming a commercial, like walking through the halls or something. So that was the first time that I saw her. But she has been named she was one of the writers, one of the chief writers of the bill that got adult use cannabis legalized in Illinois. And she was named, like, last year, they call her the Cannabis Czar, which is just a weird descriptor. It's just one of those things, like, people don't know what exactly she's supposed to be doing, and they try to make it seem like she's supposed to be just in charge of everything, and supposed to have all this unilateral power to do stuff. So whatever. This is an event that is being put on by the Chicago Urban League and another cannabis company called Ours. So I'm excited to be a part of this panel, and that means that I got to get my face beat together, okay? Because if nothing else, you're going to get this face together. So I'm going to look cute while I'm sitting there listening and learning and contributing when I can. My cousin said in my last video, she was like, I wish you would have told us what you was doing, but I ain't no makeup artist or makeup guru. I'll tell y'all what I did so far. I put a couple serums on the face, as I'm getting older, and I'm a woman of a certain age. So, bitch got to worry about serums. So you gotta, make sure you keep that skin tight. So this is how the makeup people do it. They be like, this is ultra brightening vitamin C serum. And then my favorite, honey, this hyaluronic acid serum. And they do stuff, important things to your face. Mostly for me, I really just like the, the moisture level in the skin. So then you saw me put on, what else did I put on? Some moisturizer and a little bit of primer for the makeup with a little bit of powder. And now we starting with the conceal and contour underpainting thing. These are all things that I'm still learning how to do, so I'm not here to teach y'all how to do it. I'm just doing it, and then y'all gonna watch me, and I'm gonna talk some shit while we have this discussion. And I'm putting on my makeup. Yeah, so typically I'll be entertaining myself while I'm doing this, but my good friend thought it would be a good idea to do a little get ready with me video. So I guess I ain't mad at it. It didn't take a whole lot to set it up or to get it going. So here we are. I have this panel discussion, and I'm gonna try to take it in the office, but we'll see, depending on how long this whole face makeup thing takes. But I need to get my ass back into that office. I really do. So whenever I'm in these kind of situations, like, I do have a little bit of what they call imposter syndrome. Like, I find myself in relationship with and in conversation with, or even being consulted by, or people who I feel like know way more than me. Like, what the hell y'all asking me for? But it's an honor and a privilege, and it really speaks to, I guess, to some of the work that I've done, and the relationships that I've built. And I think that's one of the things too that people don't really realize, the relationships that you build in this industry, who and I think it's the same for any industry. I remember when I used to work in banking, I used to work at a call center, and people, it was for Bank of America. It was called LaSalle Bank at the time. But everybody in there came from some other bank. It's kind of like once you work for one, it makes it easier for you to work for the other ones. And somehow in the cannabis industry, people look at that as a bad thing. If you, especially if you are from the, if you was in Springfield at the Capitol, if you were any kind of regulator, or if you were in any way. I mean, even like I get shit for being in the advocacy into things. And there's people out there that really think took some kind of vow of poverty because you trying to help your people, right? And there's people that feel like if you are, in this space as an advocate, that somehow you aren't supposed to be concerned with making money. And I just feel like that's bullshit, because they all trying to make money. Like, why can't we make money? So it's an interesting situation, interesting place to be as it relates to all of this, because you know, if I'm being honest, I didn't get into this to be anybody's dispensary owner either. I used to be like the most vocal advocate for doing something besides a dispensary. Because it was just like, that's all people knew. That's all they wanted to talk about. Child. How you get a dispensary? How you get a... I'm going to open me a cultivation center. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I worked retail for years in high school and college. My husband worked retail for years. And I'm just be honest, I don't like that shit. I don't like retail at all. I like, you know, the people, I guess, sometimes. But I don't like, you know, the hours or the... Yeah, mostly the hours. Yeah. So, honestly, having a dispensary was not my goal at all. And, however, when I was approached by teams that were applying to have dispensaries, to applying for dispensary licenses, and, you know, they wanted to have my expertise and, you know, industry knowledge be a part of their team's application. And there was opportunity for me to potentially secure some, you know, some legacy and generational wealth for my family, for my kids. You know, I got this daughter that's in college and 2 more that's coming up behind her. So they in 7th and 8th grade. So it's just right around the corner for the rest of them kids. You know, it's like, well, shit, I need money too. And if this is a way to do it, that is not, that I'm not like morally opposed to it. I just, you know, I just don't like retail. Then why not? Why wouldn't I? You know, so I was more than happy to lend my knowledge and expertise to those applications in exchange for a little bit of ownership, you know? Should we actually get the shit? Like, yeah, I do want a little bit of ownership. Just enough so I don't necessarily have to be working in there. Like, I ain't trying to be really working in nobody's dispensary. No, but for the longest time, everything in my heart and soul has said, I can't do makeup with my left hand, has said no. You know how to, my soul says no, 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 no. My soul says no, no, no. My soul said, no, honey, we don't want no dispensary. But anyway, like I said, having that and having the potential and the possibility for that, ain't nothing wrong with it. You know, we cannot expect people to be out here fighting for us, you know, trying to get things and make things right for us, and then think that they aren't going to, not that they're not going to, but that they shouldn't be able to benefit from it themselves. So anyway, I'm going to put on the rest of this face, get my clothes on, and try to get to the office. Let me stop talking and finish up this makeup. There was an article that came out this morning. Somebody mentioned it in my class last night. You know, I don't know, this really vague article about a company that is headquartered here. Investigating something about some campaign donations and trying to see if there was some kind of pay to play. And I don't know. I ain't really had time to get into it like that. But so I skimmed it. But I'm still, even from the little bit that I did see, I wasn't quite sure what the issue was. I'm trying to say this the right way. I don't really be making campaign donations, right? Because I need my money, right? I ain't got no money to be giving them for their campaigns when I'm over here, paying room and board and tuition and buying school uniforms and switch games and stuff. Something that I have come to know and realize that there is power in your relationships. And when you want support, it is a lot easier to get support when you support, right? And our elected officials work for us, right? So it is actually not a bad or immoral or illegal thing to A, make a campaign contribution, make a campaign donation, and B, have expectations. My lips is dry. Have expectations of your elected officials, or to say, hey, listen, nigga, I be giving you, money. I'm contributing to this campaign. I believe in what you're doing. And here is some shit that's important to me, right? And in whatever capacity that they have to effect change, I would like for them to use it to my benefit. That's not illegal. It's okay to have an expectation of your elected officials. It's okay to engage with them. It's okay to make those expectations known. It is okay to support and make donations to and host fundraising events for elected officials, people you believe in, or who have the same philosophy as you, or who align with what it is that you're trying to do, or that can help your cause. That is democracy. And you can do that. There's limits on that. But at some point, also, your boy made it okay to treat corporations like individuals, such that corporations can make donations like individuals. I think it's up to a certain amount. Don't quote me, because he said, don't quote me, boy, because I ain't said shit. Don't quote me, because I ain't said shit, but I'm saying, like, that is a thing. So don't think it's not, and don't think you keeping it real or somehow being truer or, working for the betterment of your people by not getting involved and building and having relationships with the people that make the decisions and the people that control the shit. That's just the truth. Relationships are everything. It's important to know what your elected officials do, what they're supposed to do, and how that process actually works in real life. Excuse me, I'm burping. Yeah. Especially if you're trying to get something done, You can't just go in like, I demand and I think and it should be and blah, blah, blah. Like, at the end of the day, we live in a democracy and in a capitalistic society. Can I get some more light? Is that doing anything? Maybe, maybe not. That's interesting. Anyway, I don't know if that did something, but I think it did. Is my dog crying? Why does this look so weird? What'd I do? I guess all I'm trying to say is, or if you want something that you've never had before, you may have to do something that you've never done before. You may have to adjust your approach. How about that? I think that's kind of what I'm saying. You may have to adjust your approach and the way that that you move in this world and in business. And that might not be true for everybody, but there are people that feel like, this should go to the corner drug dealers, right? That they should have, or the people that's been in jail or whatever, agree, right? They should absolutely have first dibs at legitimizing themselves through this legitimate industry. Now that it's legit, if it, fucked up your life, and so you were the first, you were in that. So now, yes, you should be able to benefit from and have ownership in the legalized industry. Recognize, though, that you are coming into an already existing system that has norms and mores and best practices and approaches, methods, procedures. When you are trying to get some type of entree into that system, you have to learn how to operate within the existing system first. At least to some degree. At least learn how the existing system operates so you can know what changes you can and can't make and how to go about making those changes. That's where I am with it. Once I got into this industry and I started looking at things from the advocacy perspective, and I realized that, okay, everybody is not speaking the same language. Everybody's not saying the same thing. Everybody doesn't have the same understanding of this. And there are people who are kind of shunning it or downplaying it or trying to talk other people out of it or swindle people that are trying to get into it. I need to have some relationships. I need to, be a part of some things so that I can make sure that my voice is heard. I need to do some reaching out, right? I need to let people know who I am and what I'm doing and how they can help me. And I'm still trying to figure that shit out, even from a business perspective. I don't know. Sometimes I just think we be so we take such pride. It's such a badge of honor to do things and to be independent and to get things on our own. But we also cut ourselves short. I ain't gonna make it to the office. Ask me what I need your loving. And that's the bottom line, I need your loving. Just a little time, I need your loving. I need your loving. Just a little time, this will do. Just a little loving, this will do. Baby, me and you. Yeah. I don't know where that came from. I just felt like singing that song. I'm gonna listen to this song. Watch. So I'm gonna get off this call. I'm gonna listen to I Need Your Lovin' by Tina Marie. This ain't nothing but water. It did used to be Stay Soft Fro. What's wrong, Cleo? Let's go see what's wrong with Cleo. Is she barking? This is my silly dog. Oh, come here, Cleopatra. Come here. Come here. Come here. Look. 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 Aren't you gonna say hi? See? Oh, don't, not to me. Don't lick me. Listen, I gotta finish. I gotta go do my hair, okay? I gotta finish doing my stuff. I gotta be on camera in 30 minutes. 30. All right? Be a good girl. I never knew I would like having a dog. I never knew dogs would even be a part. Ooh, it's dark. I never knew. All right. I really gotta hurry up though, because it's about to start. And I don't even have no lipstick on yet. Jump to put my jeans on too, Megan and Beyonce. Ha! Bitches. Excuse me, child.